Hey, hey, hey. You have got a gentleman who was born in Calgary and raised in Saskatchewan. Both of those provinces, or both the city and that province, are in Canada. And you also have another individual here who is Akai, a gentleman who was born in Taiwan and raised in Taiwan. And I am the founding member of the Church of Now. The Church of Now was started in 1995, and it was as a result of a sociology class. And I'm super excited to have this moment to share with you. And I would sincerely like to say thank you for sharing this moment of time with me, because time is the most valuable yet unappreciated and equally distributed asset of mankind, and I would like to respect yours just as much as I respect mine. Now, you may notice that I am sitting in a hot tub with my laptop on a life-saving device, and, you know, many people would say, you can't make $1 million sitting in a hot tub all day, and have your electronic system all floating above a big pool of water that you're sitting in for 8 hours a day. And to those people that say you can't do that, I would just like to say, fuck you. And you might be related to the people that told the Wright brothers that they couldn't fly an airplane. You might be related to the people that told a paraplegic that they'd never be able to, communicate again. Maybe the list goes on and on and on and on of the things that we as a human race have proved to be possible, even though the masses were said were impossible. And so I want to dedicate this to so many angels, but I got to dedicate it to the two that still love me more than anything in the world, and that is my boys, Will and Alexander. Now, you can call me Craig, you can call me Akai, you can call me that pink banana hammock wearing guy. I don't really give a shit what you call me, because it does not matter. For it about, I'm just guessing, and I like to guess conservatively because I have a money-back guarantee that does not require any special process or there's no red tape in my money-back guarantee. If it don't work and I'm wrong, then I give you your money back. But I would say that in about 5,000 years from now, if you and I went outside and sat down beside a tree and died today, in 5,000 years from now, there wouldn't be very many people that could tell the difference between your group of cells and my group of cells, and therefore we are one. Even though you think you are you and I think I am me, we are one, and we are source. We are energy, and we are God. And I hate the word God because it alienates people, just as much as I don't like the word Buddha, I don't like the word Allah, I don't like the word Waheguru, even though I love them all because they all are the same. Mother Earth, it's all the same. So I prefer to call it the world star. Thank you, Shishini, Miss Helen Kim. But the Church of Now is not a church. I need to let you know that. So when I say the word church, don't get your panties in a knot because you don't like me to talk about your religious institution in a negative light. And when I say the word Bible, do not think that I'm talking about the Bible that was written by whoever the hell else it is. When I'm talking about a Bible, I am talking about a Bible that is a requirement to become a member of the Church of Now. And that Bible is right here. This is one of the originals. It's got little couple hands there. There's a little triangle that kind of represents some Illuminati. And inside there's a yin-yang, and inside that there's a globe. And it says, Church of Now, welcome to the Church of Now. Our future is what we see. And on the front page of the Bible, it says everybody knows what's right or wrong eventually. Write your own damn Bible. And the whole idea behind this empty book is based upon journaling. But not just journaling and not just bullet journaling so that you can be more efficient and get more shit done in your life and get more streamlined. The whole idea is based upon the idea that it is journaling with intention. And intention that you cause no negative vibration to another individual. That is the purpose of the journaling that I propose, is that as long as you live your life in such a manner that no one is harmed or damaged by your behaviors or your results, then I would venture to guess that you have lived your life in an acceptable manner by all religions. Because I believe the point of our life, when we haven't quite found out our purpose or don't know our point, is to live a life in a manner that causes no other person to have a negative vibration. And if you can do that, I think you're living your life in a very good manner. And I don't think it could be said any better than it was once said by Robin Sharma, a guy that changed my life forever, when he said, this story goes, he was talking to his son, and he said, you know, son, when you were born, you cried as the world rejoiced. Live your life in such a manner so that when you die, the world cries as you rejoice. And to all those people that don't think that you can have a floating office, fuck you. Welcome to the Church of Now. Namaste, Satsalaga, Kaishani, whatever it is, God bless you. I don't really give a shit how you choose to articulate it. I wish you well, and I hope you have a better vibration as a result of everything that I've shared with you. Namaste.